Welcome students. Our today's topic is application. Application. Application is nothing but a software program. So that provide a logic for the computing operation. So the application which sends the request to underlying the operating system to perform the read and write operation on the storage device. Here we are talking this application for the especially in the context of the storage. So that's why. So it just to sending the request to the operating system platform for read and write operation on the storage device. So application can layered on the database which uses the OS services to perform the read and write operation on the storage devices. So application deployed in a data center environment are commonly we have to be categorized that into the way the business application, the management applications, the data protection applications, the security applications. Okay, so there are some examples, just like the business application, the email, the enterprise's resource planning, the decision support systems, which are the applications which are used for the applications. Okay, so application is nothing but it's a software program that provide a logic for computing the operations. Okay, so management applications like resource management, so we are having the different applications to managing the resources. For performance tuning, for the virtualizations, we are having the different application for the that giving the virtualization. Okay, so in that way we are in the data protection applications, just like the we have to be creating the backup, or we have to be creating the replications of the our data, these all the things. So this, so now another is the security applications, just like the authentication, antiviruses, which are just to be used. So and so on. There are number of these examples of that one. So characteristics of this input output operations that is generated by the uh, application that includes the overall performance of the system, that is the storage system, and the storage solution designs. So we have to be see uh, some characteristics, some application characteristics for this one. The one things, the read intensive versus write intensive, another is sequential versus random, and the uh, input or output size. So first we have to see the read intensive and write intensive, read and writes. This is the aspect of IO that were that is input output, that workload is the ratio of read IO, okay, to the write IO generated by the application. So it is workload. Okay, so it's nothing but it's one of the, you can say, the ratio between how much the read to write by the application. The sum of the read rate and the write rate is the IO rate. Okay, and that is number of IO operation performed per second. So application IO rate is one of the important factor that determine the minimum number of disk required for the application. So in the storage system, the cache plays an important role to improve the system performance. Okay, so this is the read intensive and write intensive. Now another is random and sequential. So input output is characterized either random or the sequential. So random input output refers to successive read and write operations from non-contiguous addresses, or you can say the accesses that are spread across the addressable capacity of the loan. So here the example of online transaction processing system. Now, in this applications, the sequential I/O refers to successive read and write operations from contiguous address or logical block address to another, and that is uh, in sequential. That is random and then sequential. I/O access disk seek time to reduce because the read and write head moves the little to access the next block. Okay, and this is nothing but the example of a sequential I/O include the data backup. Okay, so in the data backup there is a sequential of I/O. Okay, and in online transaction processing system there is a random. Okay, so this is now next one is IO request size. The IO request size is generated by an application that may vary depending upon the type of the application. Some of the overhead to execute the IO is fixed. If data exists in large chunk, then it is more efficient to transmit larger block because of the host can move data transfer by using the large IO than the smaller IOs. So the response time of each large transaction is longer than the response time for a single small transaction. But the combined service time of many smaller transactions is greater than a single transaction that contains the same amount of data in a larger. Okay, so this is the IO size. Now, the next is application virtualization. It is the technique virtualization, and it is a technique of representing an application to an end user without any installation, integration, dependency of the underlying computing platform. So, it breaks the dependencies between the application and the underlying platforms. Okay. So application virtualization is nothing but is encapsulate an application and the required OS resource within a virtualized container. So this you can say the technology provide the ability to deploy the application without making any changes to the underlying OS. So the file system or the registry of the computing platform on which they are deployed. So because what happens, the virtualized application run in an isolated environment, okay, and the OS and the other applications are protected from the potential corruptions because of what they have to be encapsulated. Virtualization encapsulate the application. That's why they are protected. So there are many scenarios in which the conflicts might be arises. So if multiple applications or the multiple versions of the same applications are to be installed on the same computing platform, in that case the conflicts will be arises. So application virtualization eliminates, they have to be reducing these conflicts by isolating the different versions of application and associated operating system resources. Okay, so this is the application virtualization. Now, database management system. Database management system is a structured way of storing the data in logical organized tables that are related. So a database helps to optimize the storage and retrieval of the data because of its data is to be arranged in a very structured, or they are to be organized in a structured way, that is in tabular format, and different tables are to be interrelated so that a database controls the creation, maintenance and use of a database. So database management system processes an application that request for the data and that interrupts. instructs the operating system to appropriate data from the system to transfer the appropriate data from the storage. So there are some popular databases which are MySQL, Oracle, RDBMS, SQL Server, etc. etc. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you, students.